What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Alex here. As you can see from the scenery, I'm doing this video outside and at the moment I'm in a place which is called Manuel Island. Not a while ago I did a video about the 3 most important things that you need to know before moving to Malta. And in that video I asked you a question to let me know what kind of video you would like to see next, meaning what kind of topic you would like me to talk about, and the decision is made. We are going to be talking about the accommodation in Malta. Okay guys, so let's start this video and let's make this video very short and sweet but very informative. You might have the decision to move to Malta, but you're wondering where you should be living and how you should be getting an apartment if you would like to live over here on the island. Let's divide the region into South Malta, North Malta and Central Malta. How are you going to find an apartment if you're moving to Malta? You have 2 options. The first option is if you would like to go to a real estate agency. When you're going to a real estate agency, pay attention that you need to pay an agency fee, which is usually half of the rent, and also you need to pay a small tax on the actual price that you're gonna pay per month. I'm not 100% how exactly this goes with the tax and the percentage of how much you need to pay when you're getting a contract for your apartment, but if there is someone from the real estate market that is watching this video, please let me know down in the comments so that I can give the proper information for anyone out there. Let's start from the most important, which is the central area. I would take 3 cities as an example. I'm taking Sliema, St. Julian's and Valletta. Valletta is the capital city of Malta. And here I have to inform you something. Many people think that when they're moving into a European country, they need to move in the capital city. Yes, if you're talking about Germany or if you're talking about UK, which is not in the EU now, or we are talking about Spain or anything, those countries which are huge, you need to move in the capital city, most likely. However, in Malta, it's a completely different story. Shortly, Malta has less than 500,000 citizens on the island, and Valletta, the walking distance from point A to point B, meaning the entire Republic Street, it takes around 15 minutes. If you're thinking that you should be moving to Malta and finding an apartment in Valletta, forget about it. That's not the place where you should be living. Leave that place for tourists to go and explore around, even yourself, and also leave that place if you would like to go and find a lawyer or if you need to go in any embassy or any ministry over there. You need to know that if you are working in Malta, most likely you will definitely find a job in the central area, such as Sliema or St. Julian's, especially if you are working in the hospitality sector or in the gaming industry. Working in these central areas, it's very good for you because generally you will be having work throughout the entire year. However, living in these particular places, Sliema and St. Julian's, is extremely expensive. What you should need to do is you need to find an apartment somewhere in the outskirts, somewhere in the surrounding cities, meaning something like Msida, Pieta, San Juan or Birkirkara. These are cities that are on a walking distance from St. Julian's and Sliema. You might be needing roughly between 20 up to 50 minutes walk to get into Sliema or St. Julian's. From the other side, the public buses, they have quite a lot of connections, so in about 10 to 20 minutes maximum, depending on the traffic, you will be getting to Sliema or St. Julian's. Now, how much are the prices to rent an apartment in these cities? Most likely, the price range into these cities, it goes between 600 and 900 euros, depending on what kind of apartment you're looking for. Luxurious apartments anywhere around the island are extremely expensive and they go with anything above 1,100 euros. When you're looking for the apartment into these areas, and if you're going to a real estate agency, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you need to pay some kind of agency's fees. So if you like to avoid this, then in this case you need to go on Facebook or on the websites where you're gonna find accommodation. And in my opinion, you as a newcomer, if you're moving to Malta, you should be sharing an apartment. Before I continue to the north or to the south, I would like to let you know that in the central part of Malta, you have the most connections with the public buses to go around the entire island. Moving on, we are going into the north part of Malta. North part of Malta is basically the place where people are going over the summer period. Why? Because there is plenty of resorts over there. And in Malta, most likely the resorts are being... Hold on a minute, because I'm sitting on a rock and I think I just scratched myself. Yes. I'm just seeing the yacht at the back. How beautiful. Hey, fun fact. I got a comment that someone saying that I do my videos on a green screen. No. This thing over here, it's real. There is no any green screen or anything like that. let's get back to the video. Let's start talking about the north part of Malta. The north part of Malta, in my opinion, it's extremely beautiful during the summer days. Not that it's bad during the winter days, but it's beautiful during the summer days because it's such a touristic area that it's so fulfilled with tourists and there is a lot of work. So if you're looking to find something like summer job, I would more likely suggest you to find something in the north part of Malta, especially in the area of Bugiba. Now, when I'm talking about Bugiba, I'm gonna break you down the prices of how much you would be paying if you're living in the north part of Malta. Most likely, we'll be paying something roughly between 700 and 900 euros. Anything that is below 700 on the island, it's mainly one bedroom, or if you're lucky enough, you can find a studio at the price range between 400 and 500 euros. Whoever is watching this video and it's from the Balkan countries, the north part of Malta, it's the area where many Balkan people are living. So predominantly you will find people from Serbia and Macedonia, the country where I'm coming from. In the north part of Malta, there is also a Macedonian restaurant which is called Gourmet, where they have beautiful Balkan food. Anyway, let's continue. So if you're living in the north part of Malta, this might come good for you if you like to stay there and work in the central area of the island. So basically you will saving up at least 100 to 200 euros you will be saving up on accommodation. Now the north part, as I mentioned, gives you an opportunity especially in the summertime, but be careful what kind of work you are finding to work in the north part of Malta, because certain businesses, they shut down over the winter time. I'm taking you now to the south part of Malta. South part of Malta, in my opinion, as a scenery, it's the most beautiful region of the entire island. Mainly you have the local people living over there, and it's one of the areas which has the least construction work going on. Oh yes, that's something that I forgot to mention. The central area of the island at the moment is going through a really big makeover. So if you are not so keen on hearing any drilling even on Saturday morning, then I will suggest you to try and avoid the central area of the island. Back to the south area of the island, mainly beautiful villages with a lot of beautiful architecture to see how exactly the Maltese houses were made of stone. I'll try to find and insert some of the videos to show you how a Maltese house looks like. Beautiful. Now in the south part of Malta, there are not so many opportunities for you to live over there. And this is mainly the reason because the locals, they like to live in these areas and they don't like to share their houses or share their apartments. Definitely you will be finding an apartment which is at the price range between 600 and 800 euros. So these guys are the price ranges of how much you would be paying if you're renting an apartment in any of the regions around the island. Now before I end the video, I would like to give you my suggestion. If you are asking me, I would suggest you to stay, live and work in the central part of Malta. Why? Because while you are working in the central part of Malta, you will be saving up a lot of time instead of using the public transport to get from point A to point B. With this being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you find it very helpful. If you did, please make sure to like this video and click the subscribe button down below. And until I see you in my next one, bye!